Acentra Health is the beneficiary and family-centered care quality improvement organization for 29 states. One of Acentra Health's responsibilities is to share information about Medicare that will help healthcare providers with their daily work. The focus of this video is the HIN-1, also known as the pre-admission or admission HIN. Hospitals provide hospital-issued notices of non-coverage, also known as HINs, to Medicare beneficiaries with original Medicare. This notice should be given to Medicare beneficiaries when the hospital has determined that the beneficiary's hospital services will not be covered by the Medicare program. The attending physician does not have to be notified before issuing the notice. The notice informs the beneficiary of his or her right to request a review of this decision. Now we are going to discuss how the HIN-1 must be delivered. Hospitals must follow the notice delivery requirements when issuing the HIN-1. The notice must be delivered in person to the beneficiary. If the beneficiary is not competent, the notice must be delivered to a representative, which may be done in person or by phone. Staff must ensure that the beneficiary or the representative understands the notice along with the rights to appeal. The notice must be signed and dated. If the beneficiary refuses to sign, that must be noted on the notice. Finally, a copy of the notice must be placed in the medical record. The pre-admission HIN is usually delivered before the beneficiary arrives or is admitted to the hospital. The beneficiary will not be covered for any hospital services except those under Part B. The admission HIN must be delivered by 3 p.m. local time or earlier on the day of admission, and the beneficiary will be financially liable for all services furnished after receipt of the notice, except those under Part B. If the notice is issued after 3 p.m. local time, the beneficiary will be liable for all services furnished on the following day after receipt of the notice, except those under Part B. Let's look at the timeframes for requesting a review. In pre-admission situations, if a beneficiary wants to request a review, it should be done immediately or no later than 3 calendar days after receipt of the notice. In admission situations, if a beneficiary wants to request a review, it should be done immediately or at any point during the stay. Now let's look at the determination and financial liability with the HIN-1. Acentra Health will call the beneficiary with its formal determination of the medical necessity and appropriateness of the hospitalization. A formal letter will be sent with the same information. The determination is binding on the beneficiary, the physician, and hospital, except in the following circumstances. If the beneficiary is still an inpatient in the hospital and is dissatisfied with the determination, he or she may request a reconsideration review. There is no financial protection during the reconsideration review. If the beneficiary is no longer an inpatient in the hospital, the determination is subject to the general claims appeal process. If Acentra Health disagrees with the hospital's determination and says the stay is reasonable and necessary, the beneficiary will be refunded any dollars collected except applicable coinsurance and deductibles and convenience items or services not covered by Medicare. If Acentra Health agrees with the hospital determination and says the stay is not reasonable and necessary, the beneficiary will be responsible for all services on the date specified by Acentra Health. To download the model language for the HIN-1 or for information on how to complete it, visit the Beneficiary Notices Initiative website at cms.gov/BNI. If this video was helpful, please subscribe. Click the notification bell and you'll get notified whenever we post a new video. Thanks for watching. If you have questions about Acentra Health or resources we have available for healthcare providers, visit acentraqio.com/providers. The YouTube video description has useful links and additional information as well.